Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel of Qubrid AI. Now I bet you have heard about OpenClaw, right? The AI that actually does things. For example, it clears your inbox, sends emails, messages, maybe sorts all your downloads into different folders, segregates things. Basically, it's a AI assistant, right? So if you have not heard about it, now is the time to go ahead and research about it. But if you have heard about it, you probably know how easy it is to run on your local machine, right? So, but this also requires various models to run, right? It's not that like there's some pre-built model which will help you to do things pre-installed, right? You have to configure some model, you have to use some platform for the inferencing and those kind of stuff. So today's video will be learning about how to use a custom provider. Let's say, for example, in this video, how to use Qubrid to run OpenClaw in your local machine. So let's get started. So before getting started, make sure you have logged into the platform, which is qubrid.com, because we'll require an API key, which will indirectly give us access to the models which we'll use through Qubrid. For this video, we'll be using the GPT-OSS 120 billion model, which is good if you want to do basic tasks. So let's start. The first step would be to go to the OpenClaw GitHub repository. You can scroll down and see the README. The README says about how to install the recommended method, right? So you can just copy this, make sure npm is installed, and just go to your command prompt PowerShell and just copy it and paste this and hit enter. It will take some time and it will install the OpenClaw latest version on your local machine. This is the time wherein I'll have to wait for a bit before it does execute this command. It will take some time. In the meanwhile, I'll show you how to use, how to configure the APIs and stuff. Right? So head back to the platform, make sure you have logged in. Once you have logged in, you can click on Launch a Playground if you want to see which model should perform the best. But ideally, in this case scenario, you should already know about which one should run best. So you can use Kimi, you can use OpenAI's GPT-OSS, you can use any other model which you think would work fine. But before doing all those things, make sure you have enough credits in your account. Adding credits is very simple. You can just start with a $5 credit, and for every $5 for the first time, when you put a $5 credit in your account, $1 will be given free of cost. So it's one-time free credits, which will allow you to inference a lot more than, because a dollar, each and every dollar counts while inferencing, right? And $1 can fetch you millions of requests. So just click on Add Credits. It will take you to a different page, which will allow you to, process through that. You'll be taken to the checkout page, put in your card details, and you'll be good to go. So I already have some credits, so I won't be going ahead and recharging it as of now. But let's see what's the status on the terminal. So it says, okay, I feel it's all good, right? And now we can go back to the second command and just paste it. Let's see what happens. Now it should be installing the OpenClaw and it will help me. So I'm basically onboarding myself into the OpenClaw platform. So see, it has already started to work. You can see the OpenClaw onboarding is here, Windows detected. So just see it, you can just read through it, security warning. Once you've understood, you can use your arrows, cursor keys to, click on yes, just click on this. Just make sure to read through it already. I have read through it. It looks good to me, so I've just clicked on yes. If it's something which you might want to know more about, just click on this documentation. And then it says onboarding mode should be quick start or manual. I'll just click on quick start for now. That should be the helpful one. And you can see there are many model providers, right? OpenAI, Anthropic, Minimax, the Moonshot, and stuff, right? But Qubrid is not listed in this part, of course. What you'll do is you'll just go to the custom provider part. So you can connect any OpenAI or Anthropic compatible endpoint. In our case, Qubrid is OpenAI compatible. Just click on custom provider. It will ask you for the API's base URL. So go back to the platform that is Qubrid, and you can see the base URL would look something like this. See, the base URL is mentioned here. Just copy this base URL and go back to the command prompt. Delete whatever base URL is mentioned here and paste it, hit enter. Now it says, how do you want to use this provider? And via an API key or external secret provider. Just click on paste API key now, and it will ask you for the API key. Now go ahead and click on get API key, create an API key, mention your project, anything, OpenClaw test maybe, click on create an API key. This is a one-time thing. If you lose it, you'll lose access to the API key and you'll need to regenerate a new one after revoking access to this. But make sure you copy it and save it somewhere safe and secure. So I've copied it. I'll go back and I'll paste it, hit enter. Now it says endpoint compatibility, whether it's OpenAI compatible, Anthropic compatible, or unknown, right? It detects automatically. So we know that Qubrid's APIs are OpenAI compatible. So just hit on that. Now it asks for the model ID. So let's go back to the thing and let's see the model ID. Right? This is the model ID, OpenAI / GPT OSS 120 billion. Just come here and paste it, hit enter. It will take some time to verify. Once it's verified, you see it says verification successful. Now it also asks you for the endpoint ID. This is something which is custom, which you can put. So let's say platform Qubrid. It depends on you. You can make it anything. You can write anything which you want and hit enter. Modern alias, a model alias. You can just name it anything. For let's say for now we'll just try it as GPT OSS 120V. Right? Should be good. And then it says if you want to select a channel, for example, you want it to integrate with Telegram, WhatsApp, Discord, Google Chat, Slack, anything which you want, Microsoft Teams. For example, if you are a startup running on Microsoft Teams, you can connect this. If you are a person who loves to chat with it on Instagram, or sorry, on Telegram, you can just go with here. WhatsApp is also good. Discord is also good. Google Chat, Slack is being used by many enterprises out there. So if you want it to be done in this way, you can just click on Slack. But for now, I'll skip it because I just want to see about whether it works or not. But you can choose anything which you want. It will have some steps. For example, WhatsApp will be asking you to link your WhatsApp to a QR code or kind of thing and those kind of stuff. It's pretty easy to set those up. I'll skip it for now. And then it says the search provider, right? Whichever search provider you want, Brave Search, Gemini, Grok, Kimi, Perplexity, whichever you want, you can click on any of these. I'll skip it. And it says, do you want to configure skills? Yes or no. You can configure your skills if you want to. If you don't want, you can just click on no, right? And then it enables, if you want to enable hooks, you can run boot.md on like the gateway startup, maybe some extra files and all those things, whichever you require. You can enable as many as you want, at least one, and then hit enter, right? And it says the gateway services are installed. Now it will open up a new page, which will show you the command prompt where actually the OpenClaw system is running, right? You'll see the things are going on. It asks you back in the command prompt, how do you want to hatch your bot? That is the OpenClaw, right? So let's do it in web UI, okay? Can do this later, but it won't help us to see whether it's running or not. Terminal is also good. You can also use the open web UI. We'll be using the web UI for now. Just hit on enter and see. The assistant is all ready, right? Maybe just to check whether if it's running or not, you can see the default is OpenAI GPT versus 120 billion, the API of which we have already used in this part. You can just click over the API logs and you can check, right? Whenever it works. The API keys have already been ready. Just keep on the API logs to see. The last API log was from 19th of March. Let's see how it goes. So it's already run something. When we have put the API key, already did something. It cost us 68 tokens, nearly 0 cents, right? It might be some very small number. So let's go back to the OpenClaw control and just write, what can you do? Let's see what it does. So it's definitely working. It will start replying to you in a bit. Let's see what it does. So you see it's working, right? And it's working using the OpenAI GPT OSS model, which is on Qubrid, right? So you'll be able to see, if we just refresh this page, you'll be able to see a new entry. See? 8,900 input tokens, 715 output tokens, the TTFT, as well as the cost. So for my this message, what can you do? It cost me near about $0.0018 dollars, right? So near about a very small amount, right? You can see the latency and all those things and which API key was used. So let's check it. Let's check if it can do actual stuff, right? So suppose if I want, this is my downloads folder, my computer's downloads folder. Maybe if I want it to be segregated, it's already very different kind of things. I can't look which one is an executable file, which is an image file, which is a video file. So let me go back to this and write, can you sort all my downloads in my PC to segregated folders, like a folder named photos will have all photos, a folder named executables will have all .exe files, and so on. I want it organized, right? Hit on enter and let's see what it does. I'll keep the download screen also open in for you. So let's see what happens. Right? Let's see if anything happens or not. Okay, it says something. What does it say? I can certainly help you reorganize things before I start moving. I don't accidentally reorganize files you want to keep together. Maybe I'll just write the download folder. Right? Let's see what happens. So it's doing something. Let's go back to the downloads page and let's see if it's doing anything, right? Okay, still asks for a couple of decisions. Take your own decisions and sort the folder. Okay. Tasks for permissions, dry run first, name conflict, any extra folders you would like to do and stuff, but we'll just let it decide, right? Let's see if something is happening on the downloads folder. So one tool is executed. The tools are starting to, get executed. Let's see what happens in the download folders. If anything has been done in this part. Set back, says completed. There's a writing being happening, tool execution, and now it says all our subfolders have been organized in the extensions, right? Okay, that's cool. You see, the downloads folder looked so unorganized a few minutes ago, and now it's so professional, right? The executables are in an executable folder, the musics are in a music folder, the archives are in an archive folder, other folders, right? Photos are in photos folder, music is in music, video is in video. So in short, it allows you to do anything. Right? It's like a personal assistant. Whatever you want to do, you can do it with OpenClaw. And to use OpenClaw, you'll require some or the other model. So for this example, you can use any model which is on Qubrid, right? You just go to the Qubrid model catalog, and then you see there are various models. You can just go directly from the platform itself. There are many models which you can use, right? You can use Kimi models, you can use GLM, anything which you want, K2.5 thinking, any model which you want, and you'll be good to go. The more better the model, the more intelligent these will be. And remember, this is not only restricted to doing these kind of things. It can send emails on your behalf, manage your calendar, do anything from WhatsApp to Telegram, anything which you do. Let's go ahead and see research about Qubrid AI's presence. This is about Qubrid AI and what models are available for inferencing, and save them to a new folder named demo, the downloads folder you just saw. Let's see what it does. To start, and you can also see the tool calls being done, the tool output, whatever has been done, all the things you can see in details for you to understand what tool execution was done, what tool writing was done, what was the tool's output, was the sorting complete, all those things. And it's a very good tool, right? So see, if I told you to research about Qubrid, it started a web search. Now, if you would have configured the web search tool in the first, you can use any custom thing. For example, you can use Perplexity, you can use anything to do a web search, or else it also has its own tools. And you see, it goes to Qubrid.ai to fetch the information, right? And it says the research has been saved to download/demo. Let's go ahead and see. See, the demo video is here, the demo folder. It's in a markdown format. Maybe you can also do it in PDF. Okay, let's see. How cool is this? The entire research is done. Let's do a README file viewer, and let's see what happens. Right? Let's paste the markdown which is pasted. See, Qubrid AI inferencing, Qubrid 120 billion. Okay, so the model names are definitely incorrect, but the more better or the more intelligent models you put, it's just like it mentions, right? GPT OSS 120 billion, so that's also good. Popular models hosted on Qubrid, all those models are pasted. Inferencing options, typical use cases, getting started, all those things are there, right? The summary was compiled for publicly available information on the Qubrid website. So it can do anything, right? So that was it about how to use OpenClaw via the Qubrid APIs in case you want to use any of these models, because OpenClaw will require a model to be used for. You can use that on Qubrid. And we have an offer running as of now. You can, for the first top up which you do, if you are a new user, you come to the platform and top up $5, you'll be getting $1 free. $1 is equivalent to near about 4 million inferencing tokens, depending on the model which you are using. And also keep an eye out on logs to see how much was spent. For example, the amount of work which we did. See, there were many tool calls. There were many times the API was used. The input tokens, output tokens, TTFT, the cost. You can see all those things been mentioned in the API logs. So feel free to check it out, build something great, Let us know if you have any questions or queries in the YouTube comments down below. We also are on Discord, by the way. So if you want to join us on Discord, just click on this option and click on Join Discord. You can also use our GitHub to see various cookbooks which are present there. In short, we are there to help you whenever you want. If you have any questions, feel free to message us, email us, or even get your support from the Discord tickets which we have, and we'll be good to go. And also, we have a dark mode for the developers out there. So, best of luck building with OpenClaw on Qubrid AI. Thank you very much for watching to the end of the video. Hope you had a great time learning on how to use OpenClaw on Qubrid.